All right, so I'm gonna play this all the way through, then we're gonna get into it. So let's go. All right, one more time. Let's get it from another angle right here. All right, so maybe you can see it, but on ball defense, and really just in general all throughout the game, as I have put it many times before, the game is managing your ability to do things, to do anything, whether it be you're on a transition, a fast break, you're trying to get a chase down block, you're trying to chase down a rebound, you're trying to get a loose ball, you may have lost your defensive assignment and you're trying to get back onto it. Regardless of what it is, the game can interfere and restrict or manage or control your ability to execute certain tasks, or get around the court and do whatever it is that you're trying to do, right? And the main thing to understand is that it is not it's not just that you're messing up or you're doing something wrong. Maybe you could be, but that's a lot of times it's not usually the case. And it's not just that 2K is how a lot of dudes say it's flawed or is messed up or nothing like that, right? All of this stuff that I break down on this channel, it is deliberately programmed into this game. They do it on purpose, right? Now, what is the purpose of it? They have not programmed the AI, computer's AI, to be sharp enough to really be a real talent. So they're compensating by trying to give off the illusion of a challenge by basically cheesing you all day. So let's look at this real quick. All right, this is me. I switch on this guy because I knew he was about to get left. The 2K was going to make that happen, right? They weren't going to allow a computer to hold good defense, right, with this big man right here. So I get on him, and right on time, I get on his ass, and he's driving. But if you notice right here, boom, I'm forced into stopping, right? So he's driving. I got a big man who's easily going to block his shot. His shot block is pretty high, right? He's easily going to block it and get the rebound. So what the game does is when he's on his way to the basket, once he gets close enough, it forces me to stop. I run into that force field that I always talk about. That's another thing that 2K does a lot. Those force fields on defense is something else, right? Just all throughout the game, really, they erect force fields on you when you're driving, you're on a fast break, you get close to the basket, or you finna pick up a loose ball, and all of a sudden your man just stops dead in his tracks, and then he continues to go forward, right? That they do it in such a way where most people are not going to question what just happened to them. They're not even really, it surprises me that some people really can't even notice this stuff. Like, yo, you're moving your man and he just stopped on his own. You didn't feel that? Like you couldn't sense that something like that just happened? But look at it again. And obviously what the purpose of it is to give him the open layup, right? Because they know I'm going to rail his ass all the way to the cup, and if he goes for anything, he's going to get that shit beat, right? He's going to get it beat. And then we got two other men right here that, they don't even try to contest it, right? Because what? This was already scripted to go right, to go well for a computer. That's this whole situation. The game is opening up offense for the computer, right? That's what they're doing on defense to you. A lot of times they're opening up the offense, moving you out of the way, forcing you to move slow. You can't get on your defensive assignments on time. You see a guy open, you take off trying to run, and it's like your man is stuck in quicksand, right? You can't quite get to him just in time because the game is holding you back. Then you press Y to block it, to contest the shot, because you're kind of late on defense, and you would have been there just enough time to block it or get a heavy contest on it. But they'll force you to gather your feet, or instead of just taking off on 1 foot, your man to take like a gather step back and then a launch forward, right? Because they're trying to give him the open shot surreptitiously, but they're doing it, right? That's what they're doing. Let's take it back. to what happened initially. All right, so I run a floppy right here. Sometimes you can utilize a floppy to get a quick, easy layup, right? So I call a floppy on my man right here. This is me at the point guard. Call a floppy. He runs, and I figure like, oh shit, I got an easy layup right here. Can't nobody do anything about it. But it gets there a bit too late, or I guess he ran a bit too far ahead. He's supposed to really stop. He's supposed to really been somewhere right up underneath the basket, but he kind of oversold it. He went over the top, but he gets it. And what computer does, first of all, look at this idiot right here, right? He's really, he has a moment right here where he slides into perfect positioning, right? This is what they do for the computer a lot of times. They just slap them right where they need to be at on defense, all right? So a lot of times when you feel like you have something easy, and it's like, damn, where did all the defense just come from that fact? Because they're allowed to make movements and do things all over the floor that you are not really allowed to do like that, right? So it's like you're playing against superhuman, creatures or something like that, because they have abilities that you don't have. They can do things that you're not allowed to do. They're levitating and rollerblading all across the court, getting on defense, blocking shots, snatching rebounds. It's just pitiful, right? But I go for the shot, and I get my ass whooped in the paint. This dude, he got his whole hand in my dude's nuts, right? He got his whole hand in my dude's nuts and brought it all the way up, right? Like he frisking this nigga or something, man. Like, what the hell is going on? You know what I'm saying? What the hell is that? And, just getting hacked, getting my ass whooped. He got his other hand in my arm. It's just ridiculous, but I get no foul call all the way to a point. I'm sandwiched between two dudes, and my dude hit the ground. Get my ass whooped. Now let that would have been the computer. I almost guarantee you that would have been a foul. No doubt about it. How about it? No doubt about it. There'd have been a foul right there. They'd have called something. You know what I'm saying? But that'll just about do it for this video. Peace.